So we're talking about 10.37. So technically your first hand position changes when your thumb plays the B
When your thumb,
in measure 1.
when your thumb plays, yeah. But from from my perspective, if I'm not mistaken, you're not really changing your finger pattern. You're just going to skip over there and use that one and then go back to the same pattern.
Correct. Except for,
Pardon?
yeah, you're right.
And so then when you do the same thing in measure two, you just skip over and use that one,
Right.
but you still keep the pattern, except that it wants you to drop. It wants. Okay, yeah, I see. So then from going to that one to that two, that's nice because you don't want to use the same finger twice.
Yeah.
Okay, so you do have to basically change the finger pattern there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is this where we left off yesterday?
right. So, but but are you going to keep that finger pattern or just or go back to the normal one for the next, for the at D, I mean E.
In measure 6? What measure are you talking about?
Yeah, measure, it would be measure two. So I guess you changed the whole finger pattern already. But then,
Well, essentially what I want you to realize is that this is just a chord progression.
yeah, that's the chord progression.
It is a chord progression. We haven't learned it yet. But it's the chord progression on page 253.
Well, okay, don't worry. Don't want to take up any more time class time. I need to practice this stuff anyway. I'm
Yeah,
not even,
so the thing that I would tell you is that keep in mind that measure 1 and 5 are the same and 2 and 6 are the same.
yeah, two and
Those are the same. And those are the same. Yeah. Do you see that? I think you might have frozen on me.
Yeah, I heard him just kind of cut out.
All right. So we were in. Turn my annotate button off. We were looking at these reading examples. All of these reading examples are going to have a 6 chord in them. Okay. Do we need a review of chords, or are we okay with chords? Do we still remember what slash chords are?
It's another way of denoting inversions, right?
Right.
C over G.
Has
C
nothing to
slash
do
G.
with Guns N' Roses, but everything to do with Guns N' Roses.
Yeah.
So does everybody know if we have a D, M slash F, we have a D minor triad, which is D, F, and A, but F is going to be in the bottom of our chord.
Which would be a minor 2-6.
Correct. Here we have a C major chord, C, E, G, but the E is going to be on the bottom. So E, G, C. All right. Simple gifts. Should we look at that? Do y'all know simple gifts? Does anybody know the piece Appalachian Spring by Copeland? Aaron Copland, American composer. He basically writes a symphony off of this simple gifts song, which is a shaker hymn. Now, could you find all those Roman numeral chords if you had to? What is the one chord?
Which one were you playing?
Simple Gifts 10-43. One chord's FAC.
We're in F.
Yes, we are.
The one chord is FAC.
What is a 6-6 chord?
A 6-6. That's first inversion on 6.
Mm-hmm.
So the 6 would be D, F, A. First
Good.
inversion would be F, A, D.
So D minor over F.
Good.
What do you mean D minor over F?
So you cut out or you disconnected, but we were talking about slash chords. So if you look at the concerto for horn there, we're given chords, but they're denoted using slashes for inversions instead of the numbers. So D minor over F there is kind of the universal way to write that chord, because, you know, but like the way that it functions in the key signature changes what Roman numeral we would use. But the chord that we're actually playing when we say D minor over F in the first piece, and the 6-6 in the second, it's the same notes that we play, but the context is different. So that's kind of one of the nice things about having slash chords is if you're given D minor over F, you play D minor over F the same way every time, just about.
When I remembered the slash chords, if it were just 6, then I thought it would be FD, F/D.
Say that again.
Okay. When I remember using the slash information,
Uh-huh.
see, the first letter was the original bass.
Yes.
The second letter was the second bass. I'm just not going to answer. The second letter was the second bass. So I would expect if this was just 6, not 6, but if it was just 6, then I would have expected it to be like F/D. Is that right?
It'd be D/F.
Oh, okay. So it's backwards.
So these two
slash.
things are the exact same things, but this is kind of a more
Okay.
popular jazz
Yeah.
way of doing it, and the other is more seen in classical music.
So the first before the slash is then the second bass, and after the slash is the first bass.
If what you're saying is after the slash is the root, you are right.
The the actual,
before the slash can be anywhere, but most of the time it's going to be on the top.
pardon?
What the note before the slash most likely is going to be on the top, but it doesn't really matter. It can be anywhere. It could be in the middle or on the top as long as the F is on the bass.
The F is on the bass. So, and so if it's D/F,
Mm-hmm.
then that would be a regular sixth.
No, if it's D/F, it would be a 6/6. It'd be in first inversion.
Because the original chord that we're working with is a D chord, but we're inverting it so that way the F is on the bottom.
Well, the original chord we're working with is an F, isn't it?
No.
It's D minor, right?
D minor.
What do you mean D minor?
It's
Look at my screen.
Yeah. It's a D chord, and we want it to be a minor chord because it has the lowercase m there. The letter on the left of the slash is the original chord that we're working with before any inversions, and the letter on the right is what the bottom note should be in our bass with the inversion. Does that make sense?
Okay, so it has nothing to do with the F function. It has to do with the sixth, and the sixth is a D chord. The sixth of F is a D chord.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay, no, wait a minute. The sixth of F is not F. Yeah, the sixth of F is a D chord.
Correct.
Okay, so the D is the, but we're going to use the first inversion, so that makes it an F, like an F chord.
No,
And that's
an F chord would be FAC.
Yeah.
A D.
FAD. Well, FAD, yeah. So, but what I meant is that the F would be in the root position. Okay, I'm good. Because I'm trying to figure out if you want us to use these slashes things, then I have to know how to do them.
Correct.
Right, which is why we're going over them, to learn how to do them.
Yep. So you need to be able to do them both ways. So my question is, can you do them with Roman numerals? Do you know what a 2/6/4 is? Or can you figure it out? We gave you that chart last time. Hopefully that chart will be helpful. Yeah. So if we're in F major and we have a 2/6/4 chord, we can come over here. F is my 1. G is my 2. So my notes are G, B flat, D. Right? If the B flat's on the bottom, it's a 6. If the D's on the bottom, it's a 6/4. So a 2/6/4 would be D, G, B flat. Oops.
Okay, so this is, all right. So the B is a 6 because it's a sixth of G. And the D is a 4 because, whoa, let's see, G.
The 6 is because a B flat to G is a 6th apart.
Yeah, that's a sixth apart. But G to D.
D to G.
Oh, that's the fourth. That's a fourth backwards.
Is the 4th, and D to B flat is the 6th.
But that's a fourth. Going from D.
4th
going
there.
From D to G. Or going backwards
there.
from D to D. It's not going forward, right? It's not. It has to
Sure
go.
it is. D to G is a 4th.
Is it?
D to B flat is a 6th going forward.
G, A, B, C.
Go from the D, not the G. D, E, F sharp, G. D, E, F, G, A, B flat.
Yeah, that's what I meant, going backwards. Yeah, because if you go from D down to G, I mean, if you go from G down to D, that's a fourth, right?
Yeah, but if you go D up to G, it's fourth too.
Well, yeah, either way, it's going to
Yeah.
be four. But
Yep.
that's why I went by backwards, because I'm going from G back to D.
Yeah.
But you're saying go forward, it's better to go forward, go from D to G, because
Yeah.
okay. So that's where those numbers come from.
Exactly.
And the one on top is
Second inversion. So we have root position if the G's on the bottom. We have first inversion if the B flat's on the bottom. We have second inversion if the D is on the bottom. And the Arabic number will be 6 if we're in first inversion. And it'll be 6-4 if we are in second inversion.
boy, oh boy. Okay.
So back here, they give us a 2-6-4.
2, 6, 4.
Which would be D, G, and B flat.
But okay, 2 from F.
2 from
A.
F. No, 2 from F is G.
F. Yeah, F. Okay, 2 from F is G. Right. Okay. So the 2 goes to G, B,
Flat.
D.
Yep.
Okay. But now we're going to convert it
To a 6-4.
to a 6-4, which is 6-4 is always second,
Correct.
but 6-5 is not second.
Correct.
It's something else.
It's first inversion of a 7th chord, so you have an additional tone.
Oh well. Anyway, wow. So we start with GBD. Then if we're going to go to the second, we're going to put the G up there and the B up there, so we get BGD.
Well, I'm going to always spell it from the bottom up, so you get D, G, B flat.
D. Right, because the fifth goes in there. D, G, B flat.
That's right.
B flat. So when we put the G and then we put the B, right? Okay. All right.
So, could you figure out simple gifts with all those Roman numerals is my question.
So
It'll take some thinking, but I think you can do it.
So that's why we learned these patterns, so that we don't have to go through that process of figuring out the notes.
Well, you could look at it that way if you wanted to, but you're going to need to be able to analyze music using these Roman numerals
Okay.
and to be able to play them.
I have a question that's not particularly relevant.
Excellent.
But
Let's have it.
what is a shaker hymn? Particularly the shaker part.
A shaker is a religious group, mainly found in the East Coast, I want to say, like Pennsylvania.
Okay. So, like, I think was it John Adams?
So
Yeah.
shaker is
Yeah.
a united society of believers in Christ's second appearing.
Okay, so like John Adams Shaker loops. Then that's a piece that it's a classical piece that kind of stuck with me a lot. That's probably what it means. Okay, I don't know. It's just the word kind of struck me as particularly interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
They are known as the Shaking Quakers. So, yeah. So this is one of their hymns, and it's everybody knows this hymn. And then Aaron Copland took it and made a beautiful symphony called Appalachian Spring.
Yeah. All right.
I love that song, Appalachian Spring. It was written in 1944. Scored for 13-member chamber orchestra. It was commissioned for the choreographer and dancer Martha Graham with funds from the Coolidge Foundation. So it was a work for chamber orchestra and dance. A lot of symphonies play it. It's really an emotional piece.
I'll give it a listen after class.
Yeah, it's a good one.
So
All right.
would the 5/7 be B flat C E?
No, because the 5 of F is what?
The 5 of F is C.
C. So it would be C, E, G, B flat.
C, E, G, B flat. C, E, G. Yeah, but that's okay. But when you do all the switching around,
Mm-hmm.
don't you drop the G and bring back the B and the E?
You can.
And so that would make it B flat C E. Oh no, it would make it B.
You're used to playing it as a 6/5 E, B flat, C.
No, I'm just trying to figure out how to calculate these things. That's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, but you're used to playing it as an E, B flat, C. That's how you played all your 5 chords as a 5/6/5. Ever since you learned the chord progression on page 170, that's how you've done it. You take out the 5th, you're right. Take out the 5th, which is the G. Then you put the top bottom note on the top, so you get E, B flat, C.
E, B flat, C. So I did it backwards. 4, 5, 7. 4, 5, 7. So it should be.
But in this scenario, they specifically don't want you to do that. They want you to play it in root position.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Because it doesn't say 5/6/5, it says 5/7.
Oh no, I wasn't trying to make it 5/6/5. I thought 5/6/7. I thought 5/6/5 was 7. Would be E, B flat, C.
Correct, it is.
That would be 5/6/5.
Look at my screen. In the upper right-hand corner of each box, I've written the Arabic number that goes with the Roman numeral 5. So if we are in root position, C is on the bottom, and we're going to have a 7. If we're in first inversion, E is going to be on the bottom, and we're going to have the Arabic numbers 6, 5 next to our Roman numeral 5. And that's first inversion. If we are in second inversion, we're going to have 4, 3, and the G will be on the bass. And if we are in third inversion, we'll have 4, 2, and B flat will be on the bottom note. So those are the inversions of the 7th chords, which have 4 pitches. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I guess I just misinterpreted how to calculate that,
Okay.
because the way I calculated, I came out with a different arrangement. That's why I was asking. So at least I obviously did it wrong. Don't know how to calculate it. Okay, so first inversion. Oh,
First inversion is labeled as 6, 5.
okay, how do you know where the first inversion is on your chart?
Because it's not the root that's on the bottom. It's,
Okay, this is the root.
Yeah.
So that's the root.
First inversion.
Okay, so that's the 5th, right?
Correct. C is the 5th
Okay.
of F.
So that's the 5th. So that's going to be C, E, G. Okay, so there's the 5th. So the root is always there. So first inversion is the next one up on your list.
Which is scale degree 7.
What do you mean scale degree 7?
Well, we're in the key of F.
Yeah.
And E is scale degree 7 in the key of F. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Scale degree 7 is your bottom note in first inversion. So this is scale degree 5,
So
scale degree 7, scale degree 2, and scale degree 4. Because I know you like scale degrees.
no, I don't like anything. I'm just trying to figure stuff out. I have no idea what a scale degree, what you mean when you're talking scale degree and why you put it in there. If this is if first inversion is always
F is scale degree 1 and F. G
6,
is scale degree
5,
2 and F.
but somewhere else we had a first inversion. I thought it was a 6, 4 on 2. 6, 4 was first inversion.
No, 6, 4 is second inversion of a triad.
6, 4 is second inversion. Okay, I thought we said that. Okay, so this is a second inversion. 6, 4 is second inversion. But you don't have a 6, 4 in here.
No, we don't, because this is a 7th chord, so it has 4 notes, not just 3 like a triad. This is a different animal. This is why I told you it's best if you can take theory and piano 1 at the same time.
Yes, yeah.
Because it all goes together. And so now you've got this one wing developed for piano, but your theory wing is not there. But we'll catch you up. So, back in the day, I made a video all about triads. I just got to go find it for you now. It looks like the video you want is Music Theory Week 6, Day 1. Maybe even before that. Yeah, you want Music Theory Week 5.
Okay. The numbers like 6-4, 6-3, and all that.
Yeah.
Will that be the same? Will those be the same numbers for all the other, except for the fifth?
Yes.
So for all the others, wait a minute. Root position is the seventh on the bottom. But that's just because it's the fifth. But root position for, let's go over where your I is. Root position would be
Nothing.
F.
This would be 6, and this would be 6-4.
6-4 and 6, and root position. Okay, 6-4 and 6. Okay, what about the E? Do you have any? Is there? It doesn't count. Only does that in seventh position.
Correct.
Position.
You're only
And
going to have the E if it's a 7th chord, and this is not a 7th chord. This is a triad.
Root will be 1, and then 6 will be the first inversion, and 6-4 will be the second inversion.
Correct.
Okay.
I would encourage you to watch this video.
Well,
In the chat, I'm going to paste a link from my Doc B Theory channel.
but all the rest of these columns will be the same as
Correct.
this column I,
Correct.
except for 5 changes.
For now. Correct.
For now?
Yep.
Okay, so that'll give me a way to calculate all those things.
Yeah. But watch that other video. I think it'll help you. Did you get it in the chat?
I didn't see the chat there.
Oh, I see it.
This video. Okay, write that down. YouTube BE. Okay, YouTube. Oh wait, that's always the same, isn't it? That U2 period BE. And your video is the VURP.
Just click on it.
Click
Click on that link. Click on that link and it'll open it for you.
Click on, oh, and then save it, huh? Because
Yeah.
I want to open it later. I was writing it down so I
Just
could
click on it right now.
Like, if I click on it and then put it in my
Bookmark it.
favorites,
Yep. Mm-hmm.
favorites or something. Okay.
Make sure you like and subscribe so you can stay up to date with all my videos.
Okay, so I got that video.
Like, comment, subscribe, click the bell for
Right.
notifications.
Share it with all your friends on Twitch.
Follow me on social media.
Snapchat, all that stuff.
Okay. And
That's it.
So I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to draw over it. In your book, there's this example on page 39. Page 38. Of your book.
So,
Let's try it.
hopefully that'll help you.
So let's go ahead and label that here.
Okay. I'm going to leave this. We're going to go back to our book I'm going to clear my screen. I know that 1044 is one of your harmonizations. I don't want to do all of them for you. And I know 1045 is another one. I want you to be able to do some of them on your own without me holding your hands too much. Allegretto is one of the pieces. Just got to mention a word here about Skjuta. Skjuta is a Danish composer, and his name is Skjuta, despite how it looks like it should be said. Skjuta. That is all.
I want to see the IPA of that.
All right. There's a lot of stuff we can't do because we're not together. This is one of the songs for your final. This is by a live white girl from the U.S. instead of all those dead white guys from Europe. Catherine Rollins. She lives in Michigan. Would you like to see a picture of me and her?
Sure.
See if I can find it. Where are we? Oh, I thought I had it favorited, but I don't. Sorry. I guess I can't show you. Sad day. Where was that? That was San Antonio, Texas. When was MTA in San Antonio, Texas? That would have been March. Oh, that's not what I wanted. 2016. Okay, years. 2016. What a great year that was. March 2016. Come on. Well, I guess I don't have it. Sorry. I'll find it one day and show you. Anyway, Catherine Rollin, great lady, one of my Facebook friends, composer. She writes a lot of pretty pieces. This is from one of her collections called Preludes for Piano. You can buy that at Gottschalk's Music in Old Town Clovis. They've carried it in the past. I don't know if they currently have it, but normally they have it on their shelves. Shameless plug. You can buy my book there too. All right. So that's one of your final piece options. How did we get clear over here? That was the 6th chord. We skipped the 3 chord. Should we go back and look at the 3 chord? Edison, I muted you a while ago. You're going to need to unmute so we can hear you.
On that prelude,
Yeah.
is that going to be in a C or in a minor?
Ooh, good question. Let's look.
Because I see it starts with E, but ends with F. So
Let's look at it.
that means it'll be in a C.
Okay, it starts on A in your left hand
Yes,
and
there's-
E in your right hand, and it ends on A and A in your left hand and E, A, B, C, E. And it sounds like this. So, what other clues would we look for? If we were in A minor. If we were in A minor, we could expect to see what?
Movement, like, it would probably use a lot of G to A's. That would be, 7 to 1 kind of things, particularly at the end of phrases.
Totally on the right track, but
Mm-hmm.
you're missing something major. If we were in A harmonic minor, what would we have?
Oh, yeah.
We'd
G
have
sharp.
what? G sharp. Do you spy any G sharps anywhere in this piece?
There is one in the
Bass clef,
7, 8th measure and the 7th measure.
second measure in bass clef.
Our bass clef has it. Our treble clef has it. They're all over the place.
All over the place, yeah, G sharps.
There's
We
also
start
just
on A, we end on A. If it walks like a duck and quacks like a duck, I'm calling it a duck.
Okay, so when you say you start on A, you're just saying that the left hand starts in A.
It
Because
does.
I was looking at the right hand, which started on E. So that, but you
Yeah,
got to
you can also take inventory of how many A, C's, and E's there are versus how many C's, E's, and G's there are, knowing that 2 of those are overlap.
So this one's probably in A minor then.
A minor, one of the most depressive songs in the book.
Depressive or impressive?
Both.
So I was looking at the left hand there, and I was like, "This is a weird mode. There's like all these different sharps, and then you played it. It's like, oh, it's just stepwise motion, just chromatically going down and up."
Yeah. Yeah.
So like, how would we analyze that for chords though, if it's just chromatic motion?
Well, you could analyze it as a non-chord tone, or you could analyze it as a chord tone.
Okay. All right. Interesting.
We could spend a whole class period analyzing that, couldn't we?
Because like particularly like when I sit down to write stuff, I'll write some things that sound kind of pretty, but I'm like, I want to mess around with chromatics, and I don't know how to like analyze this. How I don't know how to analyze chromaticism, you know.
That's why I like Classroom Maestro.
Yeah.
Because when you get it going and you start playing, it can tell you what every chord is. So in A minor, minor with the sus?
Sure. And fair warning, we can't actually see Classroom Maestro.
Ah.
Yeah.
Here I'm rocking out, and you're.
I thought you were just kind of like gonna like start playing things and then reading off what the chord names were.
Sorry.
But yeah, it's cool.
Oh, I'm in annotate mode.
There were a few things I saw there that seemed interesting to me that I didn't recognize. Like diminished 7/7.
Yeah.
What is that? Does that mean you play diminished 7 in like the right hand and like a major 7 in the left or something?
So we're in A minor.
Okay.
G sharps are
Sure.
7.
Yeah.
So we're gonna find the 7 of 7. So it's a 7 of 7 in A minor. Those are called secondary dominants. Let me make it easier for you. A minor. The dominant of A minor is E.
Mhm.
The dominant of E is B.
Mhm.
So there's a 5/7 of 5.
Interesting. Huh.
So 5/7 of 5 in the key of A minor. So it's the 5 of the 5. The 5/7 of the 5.
Interesting. Secondary dominance. I'll have to look into that.
Yeah.
And
theory 3.
minor 7/7 or diminished 7/7 would be the 7th from the 7th then, yes?
Yeah.
Or the,
Come on. Sometimes they'll give it to me, sometimes it won't.
sure.
There we go.
Hmm.
7 diminished to 4. Yeah.
Cool.
Where are you in your theory sequence?
I got halfway through Theory 2, and then COVID happened, and I couldn't keep up with online learning and all that.
So secondary dominance probably will happen in theory 3 for you.
Yeah.
Along with
When you say Theory 3, is that a third year of theory? Or
Third
the
semester.
third semester, yeah.
Third semester of theory, so it's Theory 2B or something.
There's 4 semesters in total, at least here at City College.
You know, I have 2 questions.
Italian.
Oh, no, that was one of them. But the other question is that I'm trying to follow along with the keyboard that you're playing, but it doesn't seem to be matching exactly what you're playing. Sometimes
Yeah,
it's like
there's a little bit of a delay, unfortunately.
Oh, okay.
It's got a low frame rate. Doesn't stream very well.
So that's why I was getting a little bonkers on that one. Okay, thank you.
Yep. Okay, we're way out of time. Well, that was fun. Rabbit holes are fun, aren't they?
Yeah. Now I got to go run over to Brady's computer music production class. So
All right.
See you later.
Next time I want to go over the 3 chord.
Okay.
All right.
We were also supposed to review group 3 chord scales and arpeggios today, but that didn't happen. Maybe tomorrow, huh?
Okay.
All right. See you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you.
Bye, guys. Bye.